here's my zipper guard. So to save yourself time, you can serge it, or you can do your regular sewing machine. So basically, you're just going to fold it right sides together and just sew this top little curved piece. Okay, now I have sewn that little piece there. You're going to flip it open and take your zipper guard and put it wrong sides together. So right side out. Just fold it in half like so. Next, we're going to install our zipper. Okay, so on the pattern there was a mark to make here to fold over. So I didn't make the mark, but I'm just going to estimate about 1 inch. Take your zipper and make it flush with that mark. Make sure that your zipper pull is facing up. You want your zipper right side up. Take this little piece of fabric here and you're going to fold it down on top of your zipper. This left side of the zipper, this part you don't need. This left side, you're going to try and keep it flush with that edge and clip it. The instructions, I think, have you bending the zipper over, which you could do. It doesn't work for this one for me because this is so bulky, so I just chose to make it flush with the top. And then you're going to go ahead and just clip it along the raw edge of your zipper guard. So just make sure everything is lined up if you can. The neater you can do this, probably less frustration for later. Just like that. Now that I have everything clipped, I'm going to go ahead and take this over to my sewing machine. Okay, so we're at my machine. I'm going to try and get the edge of my zipper here as close to my zipper foot as possible. Zipper foot is definitely a need. If you want anything to be lined up, it will save you a lot of frustration. So I'm just going to sew like I normally would. Oops. Do a little back stitch, of course. And then once you get to your zipper, you're going to need to move it a little bit. So, oops, I've already hit something. Get that clip off. I hope this, I'm trying to move it so it can be visible. That way, there we go. Yeah, I did hit the zipper. There we go. So be careful not to hit your zipper and break your needle because that's frustrating. There we go. So I'm just stitching along my zipper edge. Here I am at my zipper. When you get to your zipper, and pull back just a little. What you can do is put your needle down into your fabric, lift or press your foot, zip the zipper past your foot. There we go. So now it's out of the way. Put my foot down. There we go. I'm just stitching it as close as I possibly can with a straight stitch on my zipper. Doing it this way, it will not, the zipper tape hopefully won't be showing too much. Want it to look nice and neat. Clips are definitely your friend, and just go slow. Pretty much just a straight shot down to the bottom of your zipper guard and your zipper. Easy. Okay, so we have now stitched the zipper to our zipper guard. Here's what it will look like on the back side. On the front side, my zipper pull is up, and there's, you can see it's kind of tucked in my zipper fold right there. So that's what that will look like. Okay, so now we're ready to start installing our zipper. Here's that little rectangle of fabric we talked about. Go ahead and fold it in half. You're going to take it and put it right along this bottom edge here, and you're going to go ahead and sew it. As you can see here, now I have attached that little rectangle. It's attached to this, I guess, right side. Leave it over like that while we attach our zipper to this piece. So take the zipper you just did, and this time we're going to put it face down. So the edge that we already sewed, we're going to attach it to this piece here, this left side. So take it and line it up with your collar right there. And we're just going to clip it all the way down. It feels a little redundant, but honestly, having your zipper like firmly attached to this piece is super helpful. So I'll try not to make a mess here. I apologize in advance. This video is going to be quite long. Okay. So we're clipping it all the way down. That bottom rectangle, leave it face down. We're going to put our zipper on top of it for now, and you'll see in the next step what we do with that piece of fabric. So there we go. We're going to take it back and again sew down this raw edge. So you're basically sewing the edge that you've already sewn again. Okay, so I have now attached that piece, and this is what it looks like if I flip it over. You can see this little rectangle of fabric is still there. It will eventually cover that bottom right there. This is what it would look like if I open it up right now. The zipper's installed on the left piece. Also, don't hate me for this, but I cannot deal with all of these loose edges, so I'm going to do a little serge on my raw edge that I just sewed to make it look neater and hopefully to avoid these things getting like caught up in stuff. So here I've just serged those like little raw edges that were flapping around, and here is an update on what the collar is looking like right now. So far, I do feel like that looks pretty good. Next, we're going to work on installing the zipper onto the other side of our romper. This part, we are on the home stretch. So I did mention earlier that your zipper and your zipper guard are going to be longer than what you need. So go ahead and at this point, just trim that down to the right length. Easy peasy. Just throw that away. All right. So this bottom rectangle piece, leave it covering your zipper. So I'm going to go ahead and just clip it so I don't forget to leave that piece kind of flapped over. I might trim it just a little too. It doesn't need to be that wide. It's going to cover the bottom. So next, you're basically just going to take this side and flip this side over onto it. It's going to be easier to see if I unzip it partially. But so my zipper raw edge is going to be lined up with this raw edge, but right sides together. So basically, you're just going to take it and flip it right sides together. I'm going to line mine up with just below my collar right there. Some other tricks are like to stitch this under so it's finished. Mine, unfortunately, is very bulky. So I'm going to heat seal that edge later, but for now, I'm just going to line it up with the collar, maybe slightly below. And just take that raw edge of your other zipper and keep clipping it to the raw edge of the other side of your zipper. Easy peasy. It feels a little weird because the zipper's already attached here. So that's why unzipping it kind of helps a little bit. I just don't want to unzip too much because I don't want my zipper to come flying off the bottom. That would be a bummer. It's hard to show this on video, honestly. I'm going to just clip it on here. Oh, the other thing is, make sure your zipper guard is out of the way. You don't want the zipper guard in the way. Let me see if I can get a better view for you guys. Sorry. My bad. Here we go. Okay. Make sure the zipper guard is out of the way. In a minute, I'll flip it so you can see what it's going to look like. So I'm basically just lining up my raw edge. When you get to the bottom, keep that little flap of fabric flush with the edge of your raw edge of your zipper and the raw edge of the garment. Come on. Okay. Trying to give you guys a better view. Sorry. It's a little tricky to do on video. Okay. So there's my zipper. Raw edge on that side. The zipper guard, I am going to be very careful not to stitch it to the other side of the zipper. You want that out of the way. So basically just going to go to your machine and sew straight down that raw edge. Okay, so I have sewn my raw edge, the other side of my zipper, to the other side of my sleeper. This is what mine looks like close up. Notice I kept that zipper guard as far out of the way as I could. We're going to go ahead and turn it right side out so you can see what it looks like from the other side. The zipper is now installed, like literally you're on the home stretch now. So if you have made it this far, give yourself a pat on the back, go get a drink or something, a snack, and come back and finish it. So this is what it looks like. That bottom little piece here you can see is covering my zipper up really nicely. So I really think that adds a little nice finish to it. That is what it's going to look like. Now, I'm going to go ahead and serge my edge again on this piece like I did on the other side. I don't want these raw edges flapping around, so it's just a personal preference. I'm just going to serge these edges. Here you can see I have serged that edge. I think I am a big fan of doing the collar the way I did it. It worked out pretty well, as you can see. And then remember, if your top of your zipper didn't have anything, mine kind of did curve in, so I might actually not need to secure that at the top. It might actually zip up just fine now. So that was a happy little accident, as they like to say on Bob Ross. Happy little trees, happy little zippers, happy little accident. I love it. So let's go ahead and zip it up and see. Ugh, looks so good. Okay. Let's see how it does right there. That actually worked out pretty well. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the way it curves right there, but this is for Addison. I'm still kind of playing with how I want to do this so it looks finished. It is a little bulgy at the top, but so far, so good. You're on the home stretch. Basically now, all you need to do is add your, oh my god, I cannot use my words today. I want to keep saying placket. This piece. Put that there, add your cuffs, and you are good to go.